I'm Christina Tollefson, Associate Professor in the Department of Theater. Our role as mentors for our student designers is really one of questioning. We send our students back to their research and really challenge their ideas to make sure that they've made really sound decisions that support the world of the play. Jenna Anderson is a student who designed the scenery for Largo, Desolato for our recent UCF's Conservatory Theater season. And she can tell you a little bit about the play and where her research began.
I began with Largo Desolato with looking at the play, where the main character was pressured by both his fans to keep writing and the authorities to stop writing. This pressure the director really wanted to bring to life in the theater and make a real world that the audience could relate to.
So Jenna, as designers, we don't get to choose the plays we design necessarily. So how did you come to become passionate about this as a research topic?
One of the reasons I really became passionate about this play is the passion of many of the other designers and directors. We researched a lot about Václav Havel's life and a lot about him in particular, and his life was very interesting. And the hardships that he went through and what was brought into the play were very relevant, and the direct relevance of his life to this play made it very easy to get into the idea of what would happen to these people and how we felt about these people, and make us really excited about working toward making this world real for the audience.
What kind of research sources did you use in coming up with your ideas?
A lot of the research sources are traditional sources, where we went to the library and used databases for critical reviews of previous productions and also reviews of the play itself. The most interesting thing is that we also use a lot of visual research. We want to know exactly what a real room looked like at that time, or what the people really wore at that time. It was really interesting to find a lot of different visual sources, because they aren't usually as easily compartmentalized as text, and it involves a lot of searching through books and books of pictures, which you can find both pictures that are relevant and ones that inspire you, like my inspiration image, which is a Cubist painting from an Eastern European artist.
Tell me about the collaboration process, because certainly you did lots of research, but there are other members of the team that did research as well. So how did their research feed into your own?
It's great to work with lots of people, and we're all led by the director. There's a costume designer and a lighting designer as well, and we work together bringing our research to the table. Our costume designer actually found a website where a photographer followed Václav Havel throughout his life, making a lot of really great pictures for us to use, so we were able to pool our resources and learn where to look. One of us may look in one library, another in another library, and we can find out what books really work for us best. We aren't encouraged to look at the plays as they were done before, because we're encouraged to get our own ideas and not be accidentally plagiarize another idea or be focused on another idea so much that we get caught up in it. So it was a lot more about the actual feeling of a room in Prague in the 1980s, which was a little bit difficult to find. In fact, the website that I talked about earlier, where a photographer followed around Václav Havel, was invaluable to seeing what the inside of a house looked like in a normal everyday person, because the character wasn't upscale and they weren't low scale. So not being in both ends of the spectrum, being right in the middle, was difficult to find, because it was not often documented.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
I
then
have to think about that answer for a second.
Well, think.
It's my thinking face.
That actually is her thinking face.
One of the unique things about this is also that I had many mentors, and I had several people that helped me with the project, because in theater we have a director and we have other designers, and we all help each other and we all work together. So I had another advisor, and I had Christina, and I had lots of people asking me questions and challenging me to continue understanding about what I'm supposed to be looking for, and so that I don't overlook things and I don't forget about something, which happens.
The mentoring relationship in theater, I think, is a little bit different. It's never a one-on-one process, which I think most researchers are used to. Ours is always a group effort. So everyone sort of mentors everyone else through the process. Mentoring student researchers and student designers is a really important part of our role as faculty members in the theater department. It's really important to question and challenge, and to make them look beyond their first idea and the first bit of research that they found. beyond the first description or the first image, and make them really question and challenge themselves to find another perspective or another answer, so that the one that they finally settle on either is exactly the right one or has some multiple meanings and can be even more complex and diverse and create an even stronger message. So as a mentor, it's a really rewarding process to be able to work with a student, to challenge them, and to see them grow and come up with something probably better than you could have come up with yourself.